Good morning, San Antonio. How are you folks doing here today? Well, I want to go ahead and first congratulate you all for deciding to spend 3 days with us. My goal for these next 3 days is to take you entrepreneurs. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you out here are entrepreneurs? Yeah, I better see all the hands because that's why you're here. You're here because you want to go ahead. You made the decision to change your lives to become entrepreneurs. And you ask yourself, what is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person that doesn't have excuses, but they have the ability to solve problems. That's an entrepreneur. The other thing that I'm going to do for you folks for the next 3 days is I'm going to help you not just build your business to the next level, because some of you are already in business and I appreciate that, but I'm going to go ahead and help you to increase wealth. That's the goal. That is the goal. Now, as you see up here, my first name is Gene, it's spelled G-E-N-E. Last name is Dinger, D-I-N-G-E-R. Now, the reason I go ahead and I let you know my first and last name is I want you to look me up. Our president back in the 80s, oh my gosh, what did he say? He had a great quote. Ronald Reagan used to say, trust but verify. I don't trust much, I verify everything. I'm telling you right now, look me up. See who I am. That's what I want you to do. Right here, I was actually speaking. I've been a speaker, an international speaker since 2004. Now, that's not to go ahead and brag or anything like that. That's just to kind of give you an example, a flavor of why I am here before you. I have trained countless of individuals like yourselves how to go ahead and take your businesses to the next level. And that is my goal for these next 3 days with all of you. I'm here in London, England, at what they call the XL, which is an auditorium. I'm speaking to roughly about 1,400 people. And here, I'm speaking to a smaller crowd of about maybe 275, 350. This is in Salt Lake, Utah, at a college campus. Now, look at this. Would you like to learn the techniques that maybe has helped somebody like me? I mean, do you think that I have always had the ability to go ahead and think differently? And let me help you with the hard questions. No, we all have to learn from somebody, preferably somebody that is actually doing what you're looking to do yourself. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So I will be teaching you strategies and techniques that will help take you to the next level. But who has the ability to change their course of direction? That's right, you. So pay attention for these next 3 days. Look at this. You're going to hear words like multiple streams of income. Now, when I was growing up, I always heard multiple streams. My daddy had multiple streams of income when I was growing up. He had job 1, job 2, and job 3. Ladies and gentlemen, is that truly multiple streams? No, that's a quick way to the grave. And what kind of lifestyle do you really have? See, a lot of you are here, and I'm going to be always asking that question along with my team. Why are you here? Understand your why, and that will help you to get through a lot of difficulties. You know, some people sometimes don't know why they do something, but you folks are going to be different. I know that you know why you're here. You're here because you want to go ahead and have a better quality of life. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to help you to achieve that goal. But multiple streams, we're going to teach you really what that is. And think about this. Some of you have a job. Some of you have your own businesses. But the real question is, if I may see a show of hands, how many of you fit in this category that you have only one source of income? That's not a place to be. If you have one source of income and something happens where that job or that business goes away, then what are you going to do? Multiple streams, that's where it's at. Look at this, my turning point. Let me go ahead and help you out here. Maybe I can touch you just by telling you where I came from. And my turning point was when I knew that I had to do what? Invest in who? me. Invest in you. That's what you got to do. Look at this. You got to know that this is not the last class that you folks are going to take. You are all going to go ahead and want to continue investing in yourselves, because that's really the true magic. You've got to understand that in order to go ahead and change your course or direction, you have to be willing to do what the average person is not willing to do. That means you will have to go ahead and take multiple classes. You will have to associate maybe with a different group of people. We're going to talk about that because that's really where the magic comes in. Look at this one. Learn from somebody else that has already achieved financial success. What does that really mean? You better be careful of who you get your advice from. Some people will walk into, for an example, a bank, and they say, my 401k isn't growing the way it should, and they're talking to the banker, can you help to grow my 401k? Think about that for a second. Does that even make sense? Just because the person has a title that they are the banker or financial advisor or a broker. Have you ever heard the phrase that a broker can sometimes make you broker? Yeah. So be careful about the titles, because if they really knew what they were doing, would they be working for that institution? No. Be careful who you take advice from. Make sure that you get advice from people that are actually making it happen. Look at this one right here. We talk about education in this class a lot, and I believe education is good, but the right kind of education. Many of us have grown up the same way. We've been told that knowledge is what? Knowledge is power. How many of you believe that knowledge is power? Come on, be real with me. Yeah, we've all heard that, but is it true? It's not. Better write this one down. Knowledge equals fake power. Oh, but I've always been told knowledge is power. If you don't have somebody actually showing you the correct steps, and you go out to the internet and you look something up, here's my question, my friends. Do you actually know what you're doing? If you've never done it before, how do you know if you're doing it right? That's the question. So knowledge applied with practical application, hand-holding, coaching, that's where the magic comes. But look at this, a survey of 2,000 graduates. Now this is in London. I know we're here in the States, but 2,000 graduates, look at this. They found that 50% of all the college graduates didn't even come out and do the jobs that they went to school for. Look at that. How about in the States? What does it look like in the United States? Well, let's take a look at that. Look at this. Only 27% of all college grads have job-related kind of work that they went to school for. So what does that mean in plain English? That means 73% of all college grads don't even come out of college and do the work they went to school for. Ay, ay, ay. I know, startling, isn't it? Why are you going to school if you're going to school? Why is your children going to school if they're going to school? Always ask why. Why do you want to go to school? See, a lot of people believe that you must, in order to be successful in today's world, you must have some sort of college education. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. Now, I'm not going ahead and downplaying education. Education is great, but why are you going to school? You got to know the why. Look at this. How can someone teach you how to make $1 million if they've never done it themselves? Again, you might want to write this one down. Consumers, and that's none of you in here, you guys are wealthy, successful business people. You guys are the entrepreneurs. That's who you are. So consumers equal poor people. I always hear from people, are wealthy people much different than the poor? Do they think really that differently? The answer is yes. We do. Have I always thought that way? No, but I've learned to change my thought process and my mindset. You hang out with the right kind of people and it just rubs off. You become who you hang out with. Keep that in mind. So when we're talking about, can somebody teach you how to make $1 million if they've never done it? What do you think? No. But then why are we always taking advice from our neighbors? See, how many of you, by a show of hands, are looking to improve your financial bank account, and you're looking at it maybe improving your neighborhood, right? But yet you continue to listen to your neighbors. And I know some of you are going to say, well, Gene, you know, my neighbor to the left of me is a doctor. The neighbor to the right of me is an attorney. I mean, aren't they smart people? Yes, they're smart people. But just stop and think just for a moment. You're taking advice from these sharp people, but they live in the same neighborhood as you. They're in the same neighborhood. They can't even get out of their own neighborhood. But yet they're giving you advice and you're listening. Be careful who you listen to. Make sure you're getting the right advice from the right people that are actually doing what you want to accomplish in life. And in this case, what do we want to do? We want to increase our businesses and create what? Wealth. Be careful who you listen to. Look at this one. Network. You're going to hear me say again and again and again, your network is your net worth. I'm just going to show you just a few people that I choose, keyword there, that I choose to associate with. Les Brown, ladies and gentlemen, I've been a friend of his, shared stages with him all over the world for the past decade. Amazing individual. You ever want to go ahead and get a little pick-me-up and you don't have the ability to maybe share a stage with Les Brown, then maybe you go ahead and turn on a little YouTube and look him up. Incredible individual. This right here, who's this? That's right, you baby boomers, you know, it's the Incredible Hulk, the original Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno. Now, Lou Ferrigno gives people back hope and confidence because people will come to him because he's very, very, very hard of hearing. And so people will come to him and will say, well, you know, Lou, you know, I got this handicap. By the time Lou Ferrigno is done with them, they no longer look at it as a handicap. They say, wow, I just got a challenge and I got to figure out a way to do what? Work around it. What did I tell you in the beginning? Entrepreneurs are what? Problem solvers, right? We're problem solvers. Lou Ferrigno, incredible man. Now, this was taken in his home in LA, Orange County area. This was last year, and I went out to see my buddy. We've been friends for about 8-9 years. I went out to see him because he says, Gene, you got to come out and see me because I just got a promotion. Bodybuilder, movie actor, husband, oh yes, and also a reserve police officer. He just got promoted as a lieutenant sheriff in the Orange County, LA area. Hey, so if this man ever pulls you over and it looks like Lou Ferrigno, probably is, and when he writes you a ticket, you might want to hang on to that ticket. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go up in value if he ever passes. You know what I'm saying? He hates it when I say that. Look at this one. Who's this? Does anybody know this? This is Lisa who? Anybody know? It is. Somebody in the audience gets out. It's Lisa Sasevich. Now, this lady, it works with many top-notch performers. When I say performer, speakers, and she works with me. She works with guys like Les Brown, just tweaking and modifying our presence, stage presence, right? She's incredible. Why would I not want to hang out with somebody like that? She's incredible. Look at this, another one. Oh my gosh, another mentor of mine. Now, back in the early days when I first came out on the scene as a speaker, Tony Robbins came up to me one day. He said, Gene, you need a lot of work. My career's taken off, and you're probably going to have to seek out somebody else. And I'm like, Tony, who do you have in mind? This is one of the guys that he has personally trained himself. And he says, this guy right here is top notch. This is Joseph McClellan III. He's incredible. But look, we are tight as tight can be. Now, what you'll learn later that I choose, keyword, I choose to live in multiple different areas of the country. San Antonio, Texas, I'm in Daybreak, Utah, and I'm also in London, England, two blocks away from the Queen. And talk about a small world, he's just around the corner, a neighbor, right? I didn't plan it, that's just how small this world is. Who's this? That's right, that's Zig Ziglar. Now, I had the pleasure of hanging out with Zig for almost 3 years. Now, Zig is no longer with us. He has since passed away. He passed away in 2012. He ended up with Alzheimer's, body broke down, and he ended up with pneumonia, and he passed. Reason I share that with you is because at the present time, I probably didn't even recognize the type of caliber individual that I had the honor and pleasure of hanging out with. I mean, incredible man. I miss him a lot. Zig Ziglar, he's just incredible. I learned a lot from him. And who is this? This gentleman right here, I'll give you a hint. America's most, yes, wanted. Yes, that's John Walsh. Well, what do you mean he looks older in this picture? Well, of course, everybody's aging, but John and I have been friends for over 11 years, and John has the ability to go ahead and help people that have had a family tragedy. Because if you know a little bit about John's claim to fame and how he became famous, is his son at an early age, got kidnapped, and you can read the rest. It was tragic, but John turned that tragedy into going out and servicing and helping others. Awesome individual. Awesome individual. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, who's that? Oh, that's not Kurt. That's not Captain Kurt. William Shatner. No, he does look like William Shatner, but this is actually, if you want to go ahead and learn some negotiating skills, this is Tom Hopkins. His friends call him Tommy. Incredible individual. Incredible. Oh, who's this? Oh, of course, everybody knows this man. This is Joel Osteen. Now, when Joel is on stage, he is very dynamic. I have people that I take to Lakewood and they say, oh my gosh, for the first time I actually understood the service at church. Now, I share this with you. We're not talking about politics or religion in this class, but I share this with you for one reason. Most of us are very visual creatures by nature. That's just who we are. And when you think about that, Joel's claim to fame is being able to go ahead and tell biblical stories in modern day English. So when you listen to his stories and he ties it with the Bible, that can be confusing. People go, wow, it makes sense. Incredible individual. Do you think that I could learn something from that technique? Of course. So I hang out because what I tell you, the people you associate with, the people you hang out with, you soon become. You can't help it. You remember when mom and dad said, don't hang out with Tommy or Sally because they got potty mouths, and you thought you could handle it, and all of a sudden you slipped up with a bad word, right? Yeah, it's the same is true with the good stuff too. So awesome, awesome stuff. Look at this, going back to the education, because we're going to be talking about education, and I never downplay education, but look at your undergraduate degree, between $36,000 and $140,000. And when I showed you those numbers, because numbers speak truth, people can go ahead and stretch the truth, but numbers don't lie. That's not like pocket change for most of you in here. And if 73% of all college grads don't even come out and get the job that they went to school for, wow, that's a lot of money for what? Nothing, right? Why are you here? Because you're here because you want to get the right kind of education. I know. That's why I came, and that's why I still go to classes like this. No doubt. You never stop learning. You never stop learning. Look at this one. Your graduate degree, your MBA. Oh my gosh, we're talking $120,000 to what? $168,000? Education. Wow. Look at this one. After 5 to 6 years of training and approximately $60 to $308 in tuition costs, how much does an MBA graduate actually make? Have you ever thought of that? Take a look. From senior financial analyst down here to operations manager, but look at it in the middle, CFO. That's Chief Financial Officer. How many, when you get up high in the rankings, how many CFO positions do you think are out there? So I'll give you an example. Mark, do you mind if I call you out? Mark, keep it friendly here. But Mark, let's just say that you have worked for one of these institutions and the boss calls you into the office and says, hey Mark, come on in. Mark, have a seat right here. We need to talk. Now, Mark, this is nothing personal. Now, when they say that, that's already sounding bad, is it not? Mark, this is nothing personal, but, we got to make some changes and we got to make some cutbacks and your department has to be let go. Nothing personal. And you're the CFO at that institution, that company. How many CFO positions are out there? Not many. So do you think that you can go ahead and land another position the following day? The following week? Probably not. Now, if you're flipping burgers at McDonald's and you lose your position, you can go out that afternoon and replace that with another flipping burger position at not Mickey D's, but maybe Burger King or Wendy's. They're out there. The higher you go up on the food chain, though, I'm telling you, it gets a little bit tougher. This is why you really want to consider, if you're not already there, you want to be that entrepreneur, your own boss, where you call the shots and you don't have to worry about ever being let go. There is no such thing as job security in today's world. No more. Think of the past. I want to put you in a position that empowers you to go ahead and take control back. My goodness gracious, we live in America. Why not, right? Let's take advantage of where we live. Look at this. What are you investing in? And really, folks, that's what I want to go ahead and talk to you about. What are you investing in? Here's what you're investing in. Yourselves. Think about that. You're investing in yourselves. And I want to talk about that word. I choose my words very carefully because what you speak becomes truth. Remember what I said about a consumer. Consumers equal poor people. Let me give you an example of that. You never want to ask what the cost is. So you might want to write this down. I'm going to give you 3 bullet points. You never ask what the cost is. You ask what the what is, the investment. That's right. Write that down. You want to ask what the investment is. And question number 2, you're going to ask yourself, is there a return on investment? Now let's stop for a second. I'm not talking about investing in a frivolous item that has no return. That means money back to you. So if you're investing in a car, for example, is there any return on investment? Now don't even argue with me on this one. I don't care if you're an Uber, a Lyft driver, a taxi cab driver, a limousine driver. There's no return on investment. But some of you want to go ahead and buy a brand new vehicle. Why? Because I deserve it. I work real hard and I want that new car smell. Let me save you a little bit of money. Do we have a Napa or an AutoZone out here, folks? We do? Okay, great. Walk into that store. There's a little can about yay big. It will run you right around $7.95. Buy that, squirt it into your vehicle, and you got new car smell. So if you are looking at a vehicle, you got to ask yourself this question. I know it's not a good investment, but do I really need it or do I want it? Most of the times we just want it. You don't need it. What do you think one of the hottest businesses are out there? What's out there that's, hot? Like almost like everybody's looking at them. It's called franchises, folks. Why are franchises so attractive? Because they come with a blueprint. They come with basically instructions. They come with a recipe for what? Success. Proven track record of what? Making money. I'll give you an example. A McDonald's. What will a McDonald's, when you ask the question, what's the investment? $1.8, $2.8 million, depending on the foot traffic, somewhere in that neighborhood. Question number 2. Well, I just taught it to you. What is it? Yep. Is there a return on investment? Well, of course there is. But folks, let me go ahead and ask you this one important question. How many of you here are here because you need the money now or you need the money later? Who needs the money now? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Who needs the money later? You're in the wrong class. I get it. Everybody wants the money now. So if you said you want the money now, check this one out. You got to ask the hard question. That's question number 3. You know, you've already asked what the investment is. You already asked, is there a return on investment? Question number 3, how long will it take me to recoup my investment? Meaning, how long will your monies be tied up before you get a return on investment? Startling fact, even with the Mickey D's, I don't care if we're talking Mickey D's, Dunkin' Donuts, any of those franchises, on average, we're talking about a return on investment of 3 to 7 years. Now, don't walk out of this classroom today thinking, well, Gene said, man, franchises are no good. I didn't say that. What I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is if you need the money now, franchises may not be the vehicle for you right now. That's what I said. That's what I said. Now, for you parents that are sitting in the audience, and some of you have your teenagers with you, I get that. You're young people with you. Don't be going ahead and getting upset at me when I show this next one. Keep in mind, I believe in education, but understand why you're going to go ahead and get educated. Check this out. College dropouts who made millions and billions of dollars. I mean, look what we have here. Who's that over here to our far left?
Mark Zuckerberg.
No, this is Bill Gates.
Oh, that
That's
one.
okay. See, that's okay. Some of us have probably had too much caffeine in the classroom. But who we got over here? This is the late, great Steve Jobs. Now we got Mark Zuckerberg. There you go. And who's this? Look at that cheesy smile. That's my buddy. That's the original shark, Kevin Harrington. Amazing individual. Amazing individual. Am I saying that, hey, you don't go to college, you be like these guys? I didn't say that. I'm just saying everybody's different, and why are you going to school? Understand why. Always understand your why. Look at this one. I love sayings. Have faith. If you don't believe that you can achieve safety, security, and success in life, you have already surrendered. Let me lay another one on you. In these next 3 days, if you ever come up to myself or my team and you say, oh my gosh, I can't, I'm going to look at you and say, hey, John, you're right, you can't. Because you believe that. See, I want to go ahead and say something to you just as plain as I can say it. You have to be very careful with your words. Your words speak truth. And then some of you are going to hear that and you're going to say, well, then I'm covered, Gene, because I'm real careful with what I say. But my question to you then is, how do you think? And if we're being real with one another, we all have a moment of weakness where we have a negative thought. See, a thought becomes a word. A word becomes action. Your actions become habits. Your habits become your character. Your character becomes your destiny. Be careful with your thought. It all starts with a thought. So if you're going to go ahead and understand that, then make sure you have what? Positive thoughts. Look at this one. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Let me go ahead and expand on that for just a brief moment. Sometimes in our network, and I really want you folks to think about who you're associating with. Sometimes in our network, the worst people in our networks are our friends and family members. Ouch. Now, some of you are going to say, oh my gosh, Gene, so does that mean I got to kick my family members to the curb? No, I didn't say that. But listen up to me very carefully. If you know that sometimes some of these folks can go ahead and rain on your parade, meaning they're going to be a little bit negative with what you choose to do. I mean, I'll give you an example. How many of you are here by a show of hands and you did not tell your family or friends that you were coming to a class like this? Come on, raise your hands. Let me see them. And why? The hands that are up, why are you not telling your family or friends that you were coming to class like this? I know why. It's called negativity. You want to avoid the negativity. So listen to me very carefully. I didn't say to kick your family or friends out of your network, but you do have the power to disassociate yourself from them a little bit more than probably what you do. Keep that in mind. When you're looking at statistics like this, you want to be hanging out with people that are going to help take you to the next level. You become like the people that you associate with, good or bad. I'll tell you a little personal. And we're going to get to know each other for these next 3 days. My mom and dad are still alive. My mom is 90, my dad is 85. And I choose, keyword, I choose not to associate with my mom and dad as much as I probably should. But here's the reason why. When I go over to my mom and dad's home, I walk out like a whipped, tired, stressed out person because they are so negative. Negative. I don't want to be around it. I choose not to associate with them. Now, do I go over there every now and then? Yes, I do. Do I send flowers on special occasions? Yes, I do. But I'm not hanging out every day like maybe some of you are doing right now with some friends that all they want to do is what? Party. Keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. Look at this one. The average millionaire reads 1 book a week. That's the average millionaire. But how about the people that aren't millionaires? What are they doing? 1 book a year, if that. If that. I've known people to graduate in the 80s and 90s, and they tell me they haven't picked up a book since they graduated. Ay, 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 ouch. You never want to stop learning. Come on, folks. Look at that. Look at this. What you put into your life is what you get out of it. So let me explain that one. Have you ever woken up one fine morning and you just, for whatever reason, woke up and you were just grouchy? Well, when you put out that grouchy attitude, what do you get back? You find grouchy. So what does that tell you? Change that attitude real quick. What you put out is what you will receive. So it better be all putting out good so you can receive nothing but good and great. That's what I'm talking about. You have the power, folks. You can control your destiny by what? Your mindset. So build a strong mindset. Build a strong mindset. I always hear this word, success, man. Success is always for somebody else. It's always the wealthy get wealthy and the poor stay poor. Really? Is that really what you guys believe? Seriously? Success is an attitude. Check this out. Success is not for the lucky. Success is for the what? Obsessed. Who's obsessed? Who's obsessed with me? That's what I'm talking about. Kid you not. People look at me and say, man, you wealthy people are a little eccentric. I'd rather be eccentric with money than be different and poor. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. It's contagious. That's why I hang out with what? Like-minded people like in this room. You guys are awesome. Like-minded people. That's why we hang out together. Look right here. Are you willing to commit to 5 to 10 hours a week? Minimum. To change the course of your direction, to learn a new skill set. You must understand this. You're gonna hear this word from me. You're gonna have to make some sacrifices along the way. You may have to miss a little bit of a soccer game from Johnny and Sally. You may have to go ahead and forego a few barbecues just to go ahead and get your financial success on track. You heard what I said, success. I don't think any other way. You're in this class, success is what we're looking for. Is there anybody in here that can't commit to 5 to 10 hours in a week? That's minimum, seriously. And if somebody wants to go ahead and be the smart aleck in the class and say, man, I don't know, that's kind of hard, man. Do you watch any TV? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, forego the TV. What do you get? Garbage in, garbage out. Keep that in mind. How about this one? Why did you attend this workshop? You're going to hear that question from myself and the team in the back. We're going to be asking why? Why are you here? Why are you here? Let me help you here. In case you're just looking, because I see a few like deer in the headlight stares. Like, I don't know, Gene, why I'm here. Well, how about this one? Maybe your life financially is not where you wanted it to be. Is that some of you in here? Is that some? Yep, that's what I thought. That's some of you in here. I get it. How about this one? You're a business owner and you just want to go ahead and scale your business with the internet marketing. I get that. You're thinking, well, why don't I combine and marketing's the way to go, internet's the way to go. Maybe I need to go ahead and learn how to go ahead and take my business, that brick and mortar, into internet business. I'm glad you're here. And then there's a few of you that I talked to before class started. And you're single. So you're thinking what? I mean, I'm not capping on you. You're thinking, my gosh, maybe I'll find somebody that's what? Like-minded in here, right? Good place to start, right? Good place to start. Look at this one, affiliate internet marketing 101. Now we're going to come into the meat and potatoes. You might want to go ahead and take out a clean sheet of paper because this is where the rubber meets the road and this is where the journey begins. Here we go. Why the internet? Anybody, help me out. Why the internet?
Necessity.
Yeah, necessity. I mean, it's kind of the way we're going. I hear that. How many of you right now, currently, you're business owners? Help me out. Help me out. This is your class. I want to know who I'm talking to. Okay, so we got some business owners in here. How many business owners in here actually go every day to what I call a brick and mortar? Who? Okay. All right, John, Rick, Sally, Mary, brick and mortar. Yep, okay, great. So check this out. Oh, real estate, you're an agent? Okay, that's cool. So that's brick and mortar, right? Okay, I got it. You got overhead costs when you got brick and mortar. When you got an internet business, you don't have that, what we call brick and mortar. You have very low, if any, overhead costs. Think about this. Do you want to be tied to your business, folks? I'm being real with you. Do you want to be tied down to your business? Where in order for you to go ahead and go to work, you got to go to brick and mortar. Now, I don't know about you, but let me go ahead and give you an example of what my office sometimes looks like. Yeah, whoa, I'm not even joking. With internet today, you got hotspot. The hotspot for you baby boomers that don't understand that language yet. I know. I don't want to leave anybody out. Your smartphone can turn into a hotspot. Did you know that? And maybe, just maybe, you say, Gene, I'm not lugging my computer around. How many of you have a smartphone? How many of you got smartphones? That is your what? That's your computer. So, why the internet? Why not? And then maybe some of you will be like this one. Bam! Can you imagine? This is in Cairo. I'm doing my business and look how happy I am. Look, I'm sitting on that horse and I'm just smiling as smile can be. I kid you not, you can do your internet anywhere in the world. Not just here in the United States, in the world. And then right here, you got Parliament over here. This is London, England. You got Big Ben over here. Why not? Why not? See, when you're doing this business the right way, you can make money even as you are sleeping in or going out on a walk with your loved one, spending more time with the ones you love, instead of spending maybe more time with people that you really don't want to be out there with, right? That's awesome. Beautiful scenery. And how about this one? Now, there's a story behind this one. I actually got called out to Paris to go ahead and do a one-day speaking gig. And while I was out there, I had my son with me, and we decided to go ahead and take a little bit of downtime, and we ended up, where's this right here? You guys don't get out much, do you? The Eiffel Tower, thank you very much. Gosh, come on, guys. Not lunchtime yet. This is the Eiffel Tower. I told my son, pull out the smartphone. Look, with the smartphone, you even got great camera service on here, great video recording. I did a 20-minute webinar right there in the Eiffel Tower because I wanted to pump up my business a little bit. Why not? You can do it. Anywhere you are at is where we're going to do the business. Now, some of you are going to say, well, what does it take to go ahead and start, online business? Well, I'm getting there. Take out a clean sheet of paper because you're going to want to write this down. Look at this, typical online business setup. We got some setup. Let's talk about it. And I'm going to go a little slow so you can write this stuff down. No pictures taken, please. Please, please. Proprietary information. Just write it down. It's better for you. Pen, paper, right to your brain. You'll remember it better. No picture taken, please. Thank you. Look at this. Market research. Oh my gosh. We got to go ahead and create a product. Oh my gosh. We got to invest in inventory. Oh my gosh. Create a website. Don't pass out over there, my baby boomers. I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm just warming up. So look at this. We got setup payment processing. Oh my goodness. Now we got to go ahead and set up fulfillment services. We got customer support. Oh my gosh, we got to deal with refunds. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding. Watch this. Oh my goodness. Finding new leads. We got to go ahead and learn how to sell, how to go ahead and take the sales and convert them into leads. We got to go ahead and repeat the whole process. Is there anybody in here that's thinking, man, that sounds like a lot of work, Gene? Really?
Yeah.
A lot of work, huh? Don't be mad at me. Some of you are like, gosh, Gene, I was writing this stuff down. But it's good to know. So that's what some people believe. But we're going to teach you the right way so we don't go ahead and show you anything that's not necessary. Just keep that in mind. Look at this, affiliate marketing, the fastest way to start your online business. Keyword, affiliate marketing. Some of you are sitting here saying, but what exactly does that mean? Well, let's take a look. I got it down here in just really simple, understandable artwork here. You like my artwork? Watch this. Basic breakdown of affiliate marketing. You got the merchant over here to the left, the business owning the product. Then you got in the middle here, affiliate person here. That's the person, website, promoting the merchant's products through marketing efforts. And then you got the customer. The customer is the person buying the products through what? Affiliate. That's cool, huh? Look at this. This is the best part. Affiliate, look at that, referral. I mean, how many of you have actually gone out to dinner, you loved the service, and you want to tell maybe your neighbors, oh my gosh, this great restaurant, you got to check it out. And have they ever paid you for that? No. But if you go into maybe an Amazon or you go to maybe like a Lyft or an Uber and you brag about the service, they will go ahead, that's an affiliate marketing program, they will go ahead and give you credit for maybe your next Uber or Lyft ride. It's the same thing here, but look at this. send leads to someone else's website and make commissions on the sales. Commissions usually are between what? 3 to 98%. Wow. Wow. Huge. Now, keep in mind, we're talking what is possible. You've got to go ahead and follow directions as well. Look at this. I'm going to break this down just before we take our first break. Look at this. This is what we're going to learn for these next 3 days. How to properly, effectively market online. We're going to go ahead and learn how to select and market proven. Why proven products? Proven products that actually move and will go ahead and do what? Make you money. Right? Look at this one. You're also going to learn what are the right products to promote that will pay you the highest amount in affiliate commissions. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take our first breakout session break.